Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Samp&Chance Wrestling. I'm your host, Bobby Sampson, joined as always, my man, dressed to the nines, Mr. Chance Michaels. Chance, how are you doing on a day that the U.S. justice system once again failed? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
well,
about?
yeah, the pervert's still in jail for a little bit more, but yeah, he's going to be out pretty soon.
Insane. How does that
Sick
work,
man.
man?
You
How,
know
how
when you
does
go
the system work? Honestly,
because
I'm asking you.
because it's a jury trial, so you might get a couple guys or women that like some of his songs. Give him the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to say.
It's unfortunate, really. I mean, the
Yeah.
testimony I didn't follow this case very close, honestly. I only saw the
Mhm.
verdict today, right? And
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and just based on and to be fair, I watched BBC a little bit, I watch a little
Mhm.
CNN, I watch a little Fox just to get all the perspectives. And they all seem to be on the same page here, man. Like the testimony, there was nothing there that couldn't have justified him not being found not guilty.
Mhm.
So
He
I
got busted for prostitution, a couple things like that. Yeah, 50 Cent said a funny thing on Instagram today. He's the gay John Gotti.
well,
His
I mean,
career's ruined. His reputation's ruined, though. Even he gets out in 6 months, he might get a year or two in jail, maybe nothing. It's for his prostitution charges, and it's his first offense. So
wow, what is a big first offense, my friend?
it's a big first offense. Yeah,
Big first offense. All right, brother man, we're a wrestling show, not a political talk show, but I had to get that out of my system.
yeah, yeah. I hear you.
And, I figured you have more of a finger on the American pulse than I do in that sense.
Yeah,
So I thought I'd ask you, but I ask you, how are you? Happy Canada Day yesterday.
good.
How was it? Good? Did you enjoy?
Yeah, I went to the parade for a little bit in the morning, and then we went to this candidate party that yeah, we go to every year. We've been like seven
Right
years
on.
straight, and
Right on.
awesome pool. They got volleyball nets.
Nice.
They did this thing called boot toss contest.
Yeah.
So what? There's a couple firemen. They bring their boots and we toss it. They
Okay,
have a
cool.
guy toss. They have a women's toss and a kids toss, and the winner gets like I don't know, a bottle of wine or something silly like that.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, we
Some
did
silly stuff like that.
family days here locally. It was nice. It's nice.
Mhm.
It's close. Did a family picnic, bit of this and that, and then ended the evening with the fireworks at the park. So you know what? All in all, a good day. It sucks when the stat holiday falls in the middle of the week, though.
I know, I know. When it's on a Monday or Friday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, it kind of sucks.
It does, but I mean, it is what it is, man. All
We
right.
had a bunch of fights I was going to go to the fireworks. I was thinking about maybe taking Brian there, but there's a bunch of teenagers fighting at Rotary Stadium, like 10 guys versus 8 guys, stupid Abbotsford stuff that you always see at these events, you know what I mean? Just goofballs.
Yeah, I mean, I think the further you get away from the metropolis where I
Hmm.
am at, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but the further you get away from it, the more rowdy people tend to get because they don't get
Yeah,
many of these activities, right? I
yeah,
mean, living close to downtown, I have everything at my fingertips. I mean, just growing up
yeah.
close to downtown, I never worried about anything, never thought about it. But I realized that if you grew up in the valley like you did,
Hmm.
up until the point you get a license, you guys are stuck there. There were no buses or anything that came out my way.
No, yeah, there wasn't much out here back then. Now there is. Like you can get a bus to Vancouver, but it takes like 4 hours.
But that's what I'm
Stop in
saying. It's
Aldergrove,
still
stop in Langley. It's a
Well,
big
that's what I'm
commute.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like with me, we wanted to go downtown. We didn't even think about it.
Yeah, yeah, we're
You
stuck
know?
on the valley. We go Langley or Mission.
And growing up, honestly, here's the funny thing before we get into what we're actually supposed to be talking about. We knew who the Valley people were when we went downtown, just by the
Mhm,
way
you
they
can tell.
acted.
Yeah,
Because they just acted like it was first time they've ever seen downtown or being in the city, sort of a
the big
deal.
city.
They had that country mentality, and it didn't matter what ethnic group you were from, you could tell who the Valley people were.
Yeah, Abbotsford's a weird city. It's beautiful, a lot of good people, but it's a strange city in the sense that we have the most churches per capita in the world. So anywhere you go in Abbotsford, we have a Sikh temple, we have a Hindu
Yeah,
temple,
yeah.
we got Christian, Mennonite, you name it. And then we're also known in 2009 as a murder capital of the world and the home breed of some of the biggest gangsters I won't mention their names you've ever heard of.
Well,
So
I
such a
think being
you
when
wouldn't
you're
think a Bible
far,
Belt town would have so many gangsters, but we have a ton of
well,
gangsters here.
it makes sense in a lot of ways. So think about it. You're out in the middle of nowhere. No one's really watching you except your local
Border town
PD,
too.
border town. So I mean, the accessibility, the boredom. I mean, when you're kids, you have nothing to do out there. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, we had so many options out this way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, Night of Champions, man, done and done. Here we go. What were your thoughts on the show?
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Was better than I was expecting.
Hmm.
I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was decent. 3 out of 5. It was a good show overall. Nothing is amazing, but it wasn't bad. It's better than the last two pay-per-views, I thought. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I had no problem with it. I mean, it was a daytime afternoon show, 10 o'clock in the
Mm,
morning. Easy to get into, really easy. Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. I mean, we already knew that outcome, but I only bring that up because he's taking a lot of shit online from
cool.
fans saying, Sammy, uh,
Why?
for being put over. Like everyone thought
I
that
don't like it either. I was saying on the show, like we knew Sammy was going to win, but why not put Killer Cross over? Because one, the crowd's going to go nuts there.
yeah.
Two, Karrion Kross is something special about this guy. I've said it to you, and we've both said it, that his woman is super talented. So they got something real special with these both Scarlett and Karrion Kross. Sami Zayn has won so many matches. It's time to elevate Karrion Kross because he's a special talent. And then Sammy flubbed that move too. Karrion's a pretty heavy guy. What was that
Yeah.
movie called when he throws him in the turnbuckle? He almost dropped Karrion on
Yeah,
his head and broke
it's a
his neck.
buckle buster kind of thing.
Yeah, man, that was bad.
Yeah, that he usually uses that to set up the haluva kick.
Yeah, you can do that to Finn Balor and JD McDonough, but Karrion Kross is just too heavy for that. You got to be really careful. Almost snapped his neck.
No,
Wasn't a bad match. I mean, but I really actually, at first, I didn't really like Karrion Kross, but I'm actually starting to become a fan of him. He's actually him and his woman or wife or whatever. They're pretty talented, actually.
no, they're really good, and he's really good on the mic. And I like what they're trying to do with him. It didn't work with the AOP stuff, and it didn't work with his first run, and he got released, came back, but they haven't utilized him. I mean, this is the guy that who had size, who
Mm,
talk and everything. He's got all the elements
good
there.
character.
Good character. Start using the guy. And my only concern is the only thing I'm scared of is that he's going to not get re-signed. But I have a
I think they'll re-sign him, dude. He's
well,
pretty
they have
talented.
to. He's good, right? And
Mhm.
based on what we've seen now with our truth and all these kind of guys, maybe losing to Sami Zayn will put the ball in his court a little bit to allow him that opportunity now.
Let's see what they do with him next. I mean,
Yeah.
we knew Sammy was going to win. I get it, the hometown thing, and it made sense for Sammy to win. But if you wanted to shock and send some break the internet and get the crowd going crazy with something you all talk about, oh my God, Karrion Kross beats Sami Zayn. This is the rising of Karrion Kross now, right? Because I think he can handle it. He's ready
I
for a
think he
push.
can. I think he could always handle it. He just never got the opportunity.
Hmm.
I always think all these guys can do what they're able to do if they're given the chance to actually
Yeah,
prove themselves, right? Not every single guy, but on the most part. All right, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. Rhea wins. I'm going to start off with this. Even in full body suits, these girls looked amazing. I'm sorry, I just had to throw it out there. I just thought, you know, it is
they
what it is.
they,
I'm going to
they
call it
fought.
for what it is. They just
Yeah.
looked amazing. It was a fun fight. Um, and you could tell the emotion in this bout only for the fact that these guys came in together, they
Hmm.
trained together, they came up in the ranks together. Obviously, Rhea, popped it into fifth gear and was able to take off. Raquel, unfortunately, dealing with skin issues, was kind of sidelined for a while, but she's making her
Yeah,
way back. But overall, this match was pretty good, man. I
yeah,
had no
they
problem.
fought hard.
They fought hard, and it's fresh. It's different. It's someone. It's not Liv. It's
Or
someone
not Io
different.
Sky and Rio all the time either, right?
Exactly, right? Well, speaking of Rhea and Io Sky, they are going to be going at it at
Again,
Evolution. Well, you know what?
again.
It's fun though. It is what it is, right?
I
I
hope
mean,
I hope after this match, whoever wins, that they end this feud and they can both move on. But yeah, Rhea and Raquel in the street fight, yeah, they worked their butts off, and that's what you want in a street fight.
yeah,
They
yeah,
threw
yeah.
hard, they went hard, and yeah, it
No,
was a
for
decent match.
sure. Now, on one card, you expect a lot of surprise returns and stuff like that, or things interference. But this match here and the main event had a lot of run-ins and a lot of things going on, man. So let's talk about the first one. I didn't see this happening. I mean, there was potential to it, but Solo Sokoa beats Jacob Fatu. But let's be
Big
fair.
shock.
Let's be fair. It took four of them.
Yeah.
It took Solo, the returning Tamaloa.
Hmm.
Sorry, there was I guess Solo, Tamaloa, the new Tamalala, or I guess whatever they're
Yeah.
gonna
What is
call him
that? I
now.
gotta ask you, what the heck is that big guy's name? I don't even know his
His name
name.
is Hiliku. That's his actual name that he worked under. In fact, he was El Fantasmo's tag team partner, or he worked with El Fantasmo in New Japan for a while.
Oh,
And
nice.
so this guy's been signed for a while. He's just been sitting on the shelf, right?
Okay.
And yeah, so I don't want to I don't want to butcher the game's name, but he's also going to be considered Tonga something. Tala, Sanga Tala, I believe. So there's one guy left where we're just missing the other Tonga fellow.
I know.
Tongaloa, Tongalala, and Tongalala. So he's got his little
Tongue
faction back.
twisters, man.
Yeah, and he's got his title now, and the faction looks strong again. We were like, wondering what's going on with these
I
guys,
thought they
what's
were finished
happening.
bloodline.
But man, it's great. I mean, this solidifies Jacob as a stud because it takes four of you to beat him.
Yeah, they're keeping him as a beast. Like you can't beat me by yourself, but you need three guys, four guys. So yeah, that's well booked that way.
No,
Nobody on the prediction shows called Solo winning. Everybody, we rolled the tape, 95% of guys, including us, all had Jacob winning. So that's nice that they switched it up.
well, it helps also when they don't release who's available and who's not. I didn't know that
Yeah,
Tongaloa.
that's
See,
good though. We like
Tongaloa,
that, right?
yeah, yeah. See, Tongaloa was one of the guys who was being gone since Survivor Series. Him
Hmm.
and Bronson Reed were seriously injured in that match. And they've
Yeah.
been out of action since November. Let's think about that. They've been gone that long. So to
Wow.
have him back in the fold, and apparently the ratings on that, the views on that with him returning, Tongaloa, is huge.
Good.
I didn't realize he had that big of a following.
Neither did I, but that's good though. Maybe they got something with them.
Possibly, let's see, man. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what SmackDown looks like this week. By the way, 2 hour SmackDown, we're back.
Finally,
Yeah, yeah.
they can trim some of the fat, so to speak, and get down to a better show.
Well, let's see what we do. We're back to a 2 hour SmackDown. It was pre-taped though, so whatever happens already out there. I'm not going to talk about it.
I
We'll
didn't even
watch
know.
it.
I didn't even
Yeah,
check it.
yeah, it's out there. So, that's that. But it was a good fight though. I mean, Solo held himself well. Uh, Jacob is just a beast. I love his moves. I love everything about the guy. I mean, I've been singing this guy's praise for a long time.
Yeah, he's fast. He's intense. Well,
He's fun.
one day you'll see Jacob versus Braun Breaker eventually down the line. It's inevitable.
I call that WrestleMania main event one day.
Yeah, that's like Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. You have to put them together. There's no
It's going to
way.
happen eventually. They're going to cross paths. I mean, they've already crossed paths. You've already seen it.
Hmm.
The seeds are planted. But now we have the definitive good guy and bad guy in this situation. So it should be interesting, right?
Yeah,
All right. What else do we have here? Jade Cargill defeated Asuka. You called this one. I went with Asuka.
I like
And
that. I like that.
she wins the Queen of the Ring final. I'm still out on this one, only for the fact that I don't know if Jade can carry that into SummerSlam.
So we're gonna find out. They're giving her an opportunity. So this is like her one big chance to prove.
Well, dude, we talk about giving the young talent
She's
an
got a good look. Like
opportunity.
she's not the best in-ring worker, but looks wise, she's in great shape. She's an attractive lady, so that's part of the reason. You know
No,
what I
that
mean?
helps. It helps.
Character.
But I mean, you're dealing with people and you're tumbling, and people's lives are online, not on lives, but
Hmm.
their bodies are susceptible. So you got to know what you're doing. That's my only concern.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So it's a big
And
opportunity for her.
if she's going to go up against a Tiffany Stratton, she's not, 100% pedigreed.
And Jade Cargill is no young pup. She's about 42, 41. She's in her 40s.
Oh, okay. Well, she
Looks
looks
great
great.
for her age.
She
Yeah.
looks great. She works really hard, right? That's a testament to her hard work and her devotion to the craft, man.
Yeah.
I still can't remember, but her husband's a former major league player too. Major league baseball player.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah. I'll look him up. I'll send it to you. But she's married to a MLB guy. Well, you know what? There would be no show if little.
I don't know who. I remember saying that. Now I can't remember who it was though. We'll have to check it.
I think he played for Atlanta.
I'm not sure. I can't. I have to check
I
it.
don't quote me on that, but yeah, no. I mean, it was a good match. Oscar looked really good. I mean, she's amazing.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of people thought that Oscar was going to get this opportunity because it just kind of made more sense. But I can see this as well. We're talking about giving the younger talent a chance. We can't
Yeah, you
really
have to.
complain, right? We're giving the younger talent a chance here. Not so much in the men's though. Cody Rhodes beats Randy Orton, and he goes on now to face John Cena one more
I
time.
don't know why they're going back to the well with that because that Mania match is a stinker. The whole I sold my soul to The Rock, final boss. Rock wasn't even at wrestling. That whole program was totally garbage. Then maybe Rock didn't want to do it. Who knows what happened? Why it didn't plan out? But why are we seeing that again? The match wasn't even that
Apparently,
good.
apparently, he got into a bit of a rift with the WWE and decided not to go.
So I believe that, but still, like you're supposed to be a member of the board, and then they book you as a final boss, and you don't want to show up. You ruin the whole program, dude.
Yeah, no,
Now, if Rock would have came out of WrestleMania, we'd be talking about an epic showdown. But he's like flubbed it, and it's like maybe that's why they're going back to John Cena and Cody Rhodes because they didn't get a chance to pull off a good program because it was featured on the Rock, and the Rock kind of screwed them.
yeah, no, I
I don't
mean,
know, but
and
I'd rather see John Cena fight some younger talent. Like if he's going to go out and he's got 15 more dates left, right? So he's not going to be on Raw or whatever for a couple weeks, 3 weeks, I think, something like
yeah,
that
three
now.
weeks. He's not going to be
So why
back. He's not
not?
going to be back till they're in San Diego.
Why not let him? We've seen him fight Cody. We've seen him fight Orton. Let him have a younger guy.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. But I
We
think
don't get it.
they planted something there. I don't know if he's going to be around long enough to do it because in the main event you had Cody Rhodes, or sorry, you had John Cena going up against Blood Money CM Punk. I
Mm-hmm.
bring up Blood Money because at the kickoff show, CM Punk came out and he goes, hey, there's a guy in the front row here who's asking me to apologize. I'm thinking, hey, this is a nice gesture. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it sounded really sincere and everything. And because when he came out, he was heavily booed. The Saudi
Oh yeah,
crowd
good for
was
him. Good.
not, they were not happy with him, with his comments that he had made and
Yeah,
whatnot.
good for them.
Sure enough, here he is. It was a work. The guy in the crowd was a plant, and
Mm-hmm.
WWE scripted the whole thing for the apology, just so you know.
Yeah, it could be.
So
Yeah,
I
and
don't know if it was sincere or not. Maybe it was when he delivered it, but the reality of it is he would not have done that on his own. This was done on WWE's behalf. And I probably guarantee Turkey and the Saudis had something to do with it too.
well, they told him you're going to apologize or you're not going to be booked.
Fair
And
enough.
whatever happened, I don't know for sure. I'm just assuming whatever happened to punk rock or anti-establishment CM Punk. Now he's just a money hungry old man.
Well, I mean, I
What
guess he realizes his
happened to his
days are
values and all
numbered.
his principles? Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Well, his days are numbered, and how much money is he going to make? This is his best opportunity to make as much as he possibly can, invest
Mm-hmm.
it properly, and be comfortable for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
Right? So let's just call it what it is. The match itself was pretty good.
yeah, it wasn't bad. It was good.
The match was really, really good. I thought. I thought these guys again. They have the instant chemistry. They've had the great feuds in the past, and you know what? We talk about fighting younger guys, but you got to think about it, man. These two have not fought since 2007, so we're almost getting close to 18 years since they had their last fight together. So it's kind of nice to see in that
It's
sense,
funny
right?
because these guys are two polar opposites, even in real life. You got one guy. I mean, CM Punk does work out, but he's not a workout freak like John Cena. John Cena is a good guy, treats everybody well. We all know what kind of bad dude CM Punk is to people. He's a real jerk, a real angry son of a gun, greedy, nasty guy,
It's
and
kind of funny.
complete opposite.
The people who don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol, love to shove it in your face more
And
than
doesn't
anyone.
believe in God. He's an atheist too.
Right. Well, regardless of that, I'm just saying
No, I'm
in
just saying,
general.
like he does. He likes to tell everybody that.
Yeah. But these straight edge people are like vegetarians to me, man. Always
Mm-hmm.
pushing their views, always
Yep.
pushing their values, but not willing to listen to what other people's values are,
Yep.
right?
You just
It's
described
like,
CM
do
Punk.
you I speak from experience because I grew up in a house of vegetarians.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, if I was eating meat at a restaurant with the family,
Mm-hmm.
my mother would look at me and cringe and go, "Ooh, poor animal, this and that." And I looked at her one day and I had enough, right? And I said, "You know what? Enough. What are you doing, dude? Like, I don't sit there and go, ooh, spinach.
Yeah.
Like, how does this work? How can this society have their views be allowed and everyone else be allowed,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not allowed to speak up? You know what I mean? Like
Backwards, dude.
one side has all the rights and the other side has, the other side can't say nothing, guy.
It's all backwards. Totally
Right?
backwards.
Crazy,
Yep.
crazy world we live in. But that being said, wow.
I know one guy who's getting more heat online than CM Punk and Sami Zayn is Pat McAfee. He's exhausted now.
He's exhausted.
That's what he said. You didn't hear that? He's taking time off and he's going to cut back the schedule because he's exhausted from the travel. Because he does his podcast with that show, the McAfee Show, 3 hours a day. He does a college football, and he posted online on X. He's going to take some time off. I don't know when it's starting,
Yeah. Well, it's
But he's
already
exhausted.
started. He hasn't been on TV in three
Yeah, but he's
weeks.
exhausted, so he's taking time off.
Well, dude, think
The
about
fans
it.
are ripping
No
him.
matter where the show is, he's in Indiana doing his podcast, and he has to hop on a plane and fly to the site for Monday's show.
Mm-hmm.
And the college football, I mean, the guy's busy as heck. I can get it, right? I can
Mm-hmm.
understand it. So, you know what? Maybe it's good that he has a little break, gives Corey
But the
Graves an
fans are ripping
opportunity.
him because they're saying, like, dude, like, so you do a podcast, 3 hour show, you fly in for a 3 hour Raw, you do one pay per view a month, so you're barely working wrestling wise. I mean, look at Vince McMahon. I go 14, 15 hours a day in his 70s. He can't even do
Yeah,
three
but well,
hours.
with different generations of
I don't
people.
like Pat McAfee. I think he's a terrible commentator. His podcast show, he can be all right. I find him obnoxious. Just don't like him. I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm just talking about him. His work as a
Sure.
commentator. There's way better commentators than him.
No, fair enough, man. Each to
So
their
I
own.
don't know who's going to replace
Me
him on Raw. I
personally,
don't
I
know.
don't have a problem with him, like the way you're subscribing, but I get it. It is what it is.
Who's going to replace him? They say I don't even know.
Well, I mean, Corey Graves is being kind of stepping in right now.
Ah,
They're kind of bringing him up right now. They don't really have anyone else right now, man. I mean, outside of
trying to
Joe
give somebody else a
Tessitore,
chance.
right? I mean, who? Who? They
I
fired
don't know.
everyone else.
There's got to be somebody that wants to learn commentating and give him a shot.
Well, I
Or
mean, you
backstage. I
you
don't know.
got you got the guy on NXT. You won't give him a shot, Vic, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Corey Graves just
Look,
I
man,
like I
the
like him better
lesser
than
it's
McAfee, but
Corey Graves or Booker T. I'll take Corey Graves.
no, Booker T's horrible.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. Like I shouldn't say I don't like. I don't
Vic
mind Corey Graves.
Joseph. Give Vic Joseph a chance.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
He's been
McAfee,
doing.
like he's always dancing and yelling, and he's telling everybody this is the greatest match. This is the GOAT. Like every match, like dude, it's too
But
much.
it's kind
Go
of
to top.
cool though, because with not McAfee not being there, Corey Graves and Wade Barrett have a lot of fun with Michael Cole, you know, calling him out on all the stupid stuff he's been doing with
Mm-hmm.
McAfee.
Yeah,
So that's kind of fun to see. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, the whole crew came out on this one, man. Penta came out in here. Sammy came out to interfere. So
mm-hmm.
much interference, man. But Cena walks away.
Yep, good. You
Cena
knew he was
walked
going to win.
away.
You have to have him winning.
Now, I'm going to call this, and I said this to you on the phone over or I think it was over the weekend. Yeah. I believe just for the fact that Seth Rollins has cost CM Punk again. Punk has the briefcase. He's going to cash in. He's going to win either off of Gunther, probably. Take that title, and you're going to get Punk Rollins WrestleMania main event night one.
Punk versus Rollins, and they're going to give Punk the belt
For whatever time it is, but they're going to give it to him at Mania. He's going to get his moment. That match is happening. I'm calling it.
Yeah, you could be right. I mean, Punk is the way he whines and cries in politics. And first of all, he never got a main event WrestleMania. He finally did. Now he wants to win a belt. So yeah, you're probably right.
But
now, if I'm in charge, I don't give that guy the belt WrestleMania. I wouldn't give it to him.
Just the way they're building it, like how many times is Seth is going to keep like they keep intertwining the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's constantly intertwined. I mean, he had nothing to do with this title match. Well, I guess Seth could have because of the Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I want to bring up,
if CM Punk makes it to WrestleMania, the guy is so broken.
He'll make it. He'll make it. He'll make sure he makes it. He'll make sure.
I just want to see them. Like CM Punk's 47, 48.
I have a feeling he might win the Rumble.
I hope not. Give it to a young guy, man.
I'm just saying, guy. I mean,
I know you're probably right, but I want to see. Give it to the young talent.
I get you, man. I get you.
Young guys, right? Because like CM Punk's 40, John Cena's 40. Now, John Cena's an all-time great. It's a little bit
okay,
different.
but here's something I want to talk about Cena. We talk about Cena like he's looking like top form again. Okay, his body, his mic work, all aspects of John Cena. We're looking at an old school John Cena right now, in my opinion. He's moving, he's killing it. He looks great. And I told you that when he returned, right? Because you questioned it. You said, well, he doesn't look great, this and that kind of.
He was sluggish at first, yeah.
Right. But I said to you, give him time. He has to get back into the flow of it all, right? Like, I mean, training in a ring and practicing is one thing, but actually being under the lights and actually performing, it's a whole different ball of wax. He can be a bit.
Overall, he's the best guy on the roster. You want to put in his body, mic work, character work. Yeah, let's say his in-ring isn't that great, but it's not that bad. You put him in a whole package. Zena's the number one guy. Who's better than him?
Dude, the fact that you picked up Bronson Reed.
And even right now to this day, yeah, that was crazy too.
I'm going to talk about that. That's what I'm saying. This is where I'm getting to. Like, how is this possible? Like, this guy still has that Superman strength. And Bronson wasn't making it easy for him. Okay?
No.
We would go back to the Karrion Kross. Yeah, Sammy's taking heat for it, but Karrion could have helped him by propelling himself a little more to allow him to
Yeah.
complete the move, right?
Sammy's
I
not
mean,
strong enough to throw that guy too heavy. Karrion
no,
should have knew
but
that.
wrestling is a two-person game, right?
Hmm.
You don't see a guy wrestling by himself. It
Yeah.
takes two to wrestle. And in professional wrestling, they help each other to execute the move,
Hmm.
right? Quite frankly, I mean, only maybe a handful of guys can lift a guy up without the other guy helping him.
Lesnar, Cena, Bobby Lashley, couple
Right,
guys.
right.
Yeah.
So in that case, Carrion should have propelled himself a little bit more, give it a
Hmm.
little bounce up so he could actually push it
Yeah.
over.
He's
I'm
lucky
just
to
saying,
break his neck
just
there,
putting
man.
it out
Holy
there.
cow.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, a lot of interference in that match, man. And so, like you were talking about it, we could potentially see a Braun Breaker John Cena match at some point here. I mean, the way it's going, because it's kind of weird. You could really see that Seth and his faction were the real heels in that match, even over
Hmm.
John Cena,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of like bad guy
Well,
versus.
you can see a little bit of subtle hints that eventually John Cena is going to turn face at the end here. You can see it coming now.
That's all about planting seeds, right? This is what the whole business is about. All right, so that was Night of Champions, man. Not bad. I liked it.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
It was a good show, and I think what helped as well is that crowd was sickly loud, man. They loved it.
They don't get many events there, right? So when they get
Well,
it,
they're
they
getting they're
really,
getting the Royal Rumble, man.
yeah, it's big.
Royal Rumble's
It's gonna
coming
be a
to them
big
now,
one.
so it's going to be interesting to see. All right, brother. AW. I haven't kept tabs on it. Is there anything that you have noticed?
Yeah, well, Tony Khan has a graph that he posted on X Day probably about an hour or two ago. I was scrolling through before the show, and he's
That's all that.
saying, according to the graph, Collision has been up about 15%. And then Dynamites went up about 25 to 28% in the rating. So basically, from like 527,000, I think, to like 628,000, whatever numbers are, they're going up percentage. The reason why Tony Khan is posting that is because WWE's ratings are going down. They lost one million people on SmackDown. They lost about 600,000 people on Raw.
Mhm.
So he's trying to say we're going up and they're going down. He didn't say that, but that's what
I'm
the
not
graph was
trying to
representing.
piss on the man's parade, but there's no NBA. There's nothing else going on their stations right now. So
Mhm.
this is their time to shine. If they're going to build their
Yeah.
product, to be now, because otherwise, come September, NBA is back,
Yeah.
NHL is back.
So
All
now
this,
you have, so now the trick is you got 20% more people watching Dynamite.
yeah,
Sure, that's good. Now you got to hold that 20% and carry them over, like you said, into September when football and all the big boys are coming back.
yeah, right. I mean, WWE
Hopefully they
always
do. I
deals
mean,
with that, but they don't have to deal with it per se because USA Network doesn't really show much sports
mhm.
outside of international things
Yeah,
like FIFA. They do UEFA.
yeah.
USA will do the Olympics and things like that. So they don't have like hockey or basketball or football
Mhm.
where TNT does.
And then also today is Mercedes Monet's 400th day as AEW TBS Women's Champion. That's today.
She's already been
What
there
else?
over a year, eh?
Yeah, yeah. And then
Is it been? No.
they had this clip where it's been over here. There's a clip where John Moxley springboarded over the rope, clotheslined the girl. I can't remember who it was. And then Tony Khan retweeted, in AEW, it's okay to hit a woman. I thought that was weird thing to say. I
Well,
get
I
it. It's
mean, yeah,
wrestling,
I
but
get it, but I
kind of
mean,
odd.
it's one thing seeing it. Like, I mean, we all know it's wrong to
But for
take.
AEW to put that on X is kind of odd.
But we know it's wrong to take a 90-year-old May Young and power bomb her through a table. We know it's wrong,
Mhm.
but we all
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Oh, one
Okay.
more thing. I got to say one thing. I watched a little bit of Collision on Saturday.
Yeah.
And Kyle O'Reilly versus Kyle Fletcher was a very, very good match. So if you guys haven't seen that, go YouTube it.
Yeah,
I'll,
it looked really good,
I'll
right?
tell you and the joke that people are saying is Kyle won. You know what I mean? Both
Yeah.
Kyle's maybe if Kyle won, that's what they're kind of saying. But it was actually a very good match. Like
No,
the thing I like about Kyle O'Reilly is that when he does his martial arts stuff, when he does his kicks, you could tell he's doing Muay Thai kicks. The way he moves his hands and turns his body, he did some jiu-jitsu. So it was a good match. Kyle Fletcher's an amazing athlete. He doesn't got a
dude,
great character. How that guy's a hell of an athlete, Kyle Fletcher.
there,
So is
there's
O'Reilly, but Riley can't fight like Fletcher.
no, there's a lot of
Great
good
athlete.
talent over there. It's just putting them in the right light and shining it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and
I mean,
they work in indie style, right? A
they
lot
work
of
in
them.
indie style, but it's just like still Bobby Lashley. you want to get someone, you want someone to get you over the top. This is the guy, but they're not. I don't know why they don't
Well,
pick
I
up
think
on
that's
it.
what in Tony Khan's weird mind. I think he put MJF with Bobby Lashley guys. I know they have MVP, but somebody that can actually talk. MVP's not that great of a talker, so I guess they put MJF in that faction to try to get a little more traction with the crew, I guess.
Bobby Lashley alone is traction, in my opinion,
I know. Oh yeah, he's the best looking at the best athlete they got in the whole company.
right?
I don't know
And
why he's
he's
not in
in
the main
his.
event.
I don't know. It is what it is, brother, man. All right, I tell you what. I think we covered everything here. This is a quick show. It's a
Yeah,
Canada Day weekend show, so we want to get content out there for everybody. So guys and gals, it's a quiet weekend. We don't have anything really happening in the world of wrestling. The big next show will be Saturday night's main event. The next
Goldberg.
couple of weeks of July are going to be sick, man. After this weekend, after the Labor Day or after the Independence Day weekend, we get into some crazy boxing. We get into some crazy wrestling, and it looks like
Oh, speaking of
everybody.
boxing, Tyson Fury's back today.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I saw that as well. We'll
Turkish
talk
released it. He
about that.
gave his word. He said, "We're going to go rabbit hunting." So he's going to
Yeah,
have a
I saw that. I
trilogy
saw
with.
that even Turkish said that he's going to do something in 2026. So,
It's good.
but I think that all depends on what happens with Dubois and Usyk first, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Because remember,
trigger
we
here.
said before, Usyk, I want to fight him again. Usyk, if Usyk wins, they're going to fight again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll talk
First two
about that on
fights
the
were
boxing.
close, so it'll be fun.
It should be fun. All right, brother man. Let's wrap it up here. My name is Bobby Sampson. His name is Mr. Chance Michaels.
And in the words of the great ACDC, those that download, like, and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you.
We do salute you guys. Thank you for being patient with us. We decided to take a couple days off. I think we've earned it. Yes,
Yeah,
no, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So it's nice. It's the start of the summer vacation. You just wanted to spend a little time with the kiddies. So it's not out of the system. There's still a lot of time to spend with the kiddies, but we had to get this out here. So here it is. Enjoy it, love it, and tell us what you think in the comments below. Guys, work hard, have fun, but remember, just don't give up on your dreams, right? People who don't want you to succeed will do everything in their power to make you fail. And that's horrible because if they put their energy to actually being successful, who knows what they could achieve? Just think of it that way,
Well
right?
said.
Samp and Chance are out.